What up, guys? Meowth here. Shaman Theorycrafting time for Scholomance Academy. I'm super excited because Shaman's like my second favorite class in all of Hearthstone, and it got some pretty cool, unique cards that I want to talk about. And so I think I have like 8 deck lists for you guys today for Shaman. Some of them are some takes on some meta decks, but some of them are also some pretty jank brews that I have no basis for, but I'm going to definitely be trying out and hoping that they'll be successful when the expansion drops. So let's go ahead and get right on into it. Alright, so the first deck that we're going to talk about is Odd Shaman. So Odd Shaman getting some pretty powerful tools in the form of Devolving Missiles and Tour Guide. And so, I mean, this is sort of an aggressive Odd Shaman build with Surging Tempest, Tunnel Trog, Tour Guide allowing you to go 1-drop Spell Power Totem on 1, with the Molten Blast, Lava Burst kind of package in the mid game for burst, and then a little bit of a spell power package in Azure Drake and Ra's Frost Whisper. So this is my take on like an odd aggro shaman. I've never really played this style of deck, and so I'd be really interested to see how you guys feel about this one and what your ideas on how to improve it, and probably one of the decks that I'll be playing on day 1. Alright, and then we've got a Totem-centric token build. So this is very similar to like a mid-range shaman archetype. So this automatically feels like a little bit of a disadvantage because you're not playing even shaman. But I really wanted to take advantage of Totem Goliath. I think Totem Goliath is one of those cards that I'm super excited to play with. And then you just get to run the Totemic Might, Totemic Surge, Splitting Axe, Totemic Reflection, the good totems, as well as Runic Carvings being a 6-mana summon a board full of totems to give you a little bit of refill. Do I think this deck's going to be super strong? No, but does this mean that we might have a viable mid-range shaman that's not even in Wild? Maybe, and it'll have to be play-tested. I have never played a deck like this in Wild, but Totem Goliath really makes me want to. So yeah, I'm not super high on the power level of this deck, but I'm super hyped to try it out. Alright, and then we've got 2 different versions of Even Shaman here. So the first one I'm going to show you guys is a more Overload-centric version of the build. The big goal with this is getting out your big power plays, right? And then you can kind of fill out the curve in the Overload the next turn with some 1-drops, like via your hero power, or some 2-drops. And so this is a lot more aggressive version of the deck, right? I like the Diligent Note Taker for doubling up on the Lightning Blooms or the Crackles or the Devolves, as well as the Lickums to help you hit face. And then we've got a more Totem-centric Even Shaman build. I think the Diligent Note Taker should probably be an Evil Totem, but I definitely just wanted to try out the Note Taker. But I think the Mana Feeder Panthera is a card that kind of is flying under the radar of most people. I think in a lot of Even decks, Mana Feeder Panthera is going to be very, very strong because stuff like Even Shaman struggled historically for finding card draw, right? Most of them are running Octosari, just to get a little bit of finishing draw. And I think Mana Feeder Panthera just fits that slot very, very nicely. The rest of the build looks very, very similar. The one thing I'm going to be trying out, in addition to the 2-drops, is Runic Carvings. It's just kind of like a 6-mana build a board for Stormbringer, for Splitting Axe, or for whatever. I'm not 100% sold on the Runic Carvings, but definitely something I want to try out. I think both versions of Even Shaman are going to be strong. I think Even Shaman is going to be a very, very strong deck moving into the next metagame. Alright, and then I wanted to play a little bit with Polkelt and Shudder Shaman as a way to kind of draw through your deck. Find your Shudderwock, find your Geppetto to help you find combo pieces, help you find your Reno. Something that Shudderwock has consistently struggled with was consistency, right? Especially in this Reno shell. And so Polkelt at least helps in the fact of like, you know, you're going to draw your more impactful pieces if you play the Polkelt, right? So I'm definitely something. This deck is definitely something that I'm going to be trying out. Maybe Polkelt doesn't fit in this deck. Maybe like the 2-drops and 3-drops definitely need to change, and they probably will change. But this is just a starting point for me to go with. And if you guys have never seen this, obviously this is the Life Drinker Grumble Doppelgangster Infinite Shudderwock combo. Alright, and then we've got some just old school OG aggro shaman with the Spirit of the Frog draw engine. So the 3 new tools in this deck, we've got Lightning Blooms for the insane Spirit of the Frog swing turns, as well as getting out 7/7 super early in the game with Tunnel Trog, Devolving Missiles helping you get through some of those Warlock boards, and then Diligent Note Taker to double up on your burn spells. So this is something that I'm super hyped to try out. It actually did surprisingly well prior to the expansion, and now it's getting buffed, so I'm excited to try out some Aggro Shaman. Shout out to Blue Train for the inspiration for this list. And then we've got some Evolv Shaman. The main buffs to Evolv Shaman here are the Diligent Note Taker, allowing you to double up on some of your Evolve effects. And then I am running one copy of Instructor Fireheart, just because I feel like Evolv Shaman has those kind of turns where you're like stuck doing nothing, right, while you're waiting to combo your cards, and Instructor Fireheart kind of helps you fill out those turns, as well as it's a pretty decent Evolve target, right? But yeah, Evolv Shaman, super fun deck to play, and looking like it's getting a little bit better with Lightning Bloom. 2 more Shaman decks, and we left like the strongest one for maybe last. We've got some Big Shaman. I think Big Shaman is going to be one of the best decks in the metagame. Absolutely bonkers deck. I mean, the big inclusion here is the Lightning Bloom, right? That you get to turn 1, turn 2 Yashara, and yeah, if you ever get to do that, you win the game, like without a doubt. So what we've actually done is we've cut Colossus of the Moon here to kind of increase the consistency of our cards, while also giving us better early game interaction. But yeah, Big Shaman, definitely one of the best decks in the game right now, and it's definitely getting better in the upcoming expansion. And last but not least, we're going to wrap all the way back around to another Odd Shaman deck. So the first Odd Shaman deck that I showed you guys was a spell damage version of Odd Shaman that kind of was centric on going face. This one is much more board centric. That's going to be all about Totemic Reflection, Totem Goliath, Bloodlust shenanigans. Completely different take, but it's also another aggressive Odd Shaman build. I think Odd Shaman, like, legitimately, no meme, has potential to be a strong deck in Scholomance Academy. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this Theorycrafting video. I am really excited to test out a lot of these decks, and if you guys have ideas that I missed or some improvements that you think I should include, make sure you guys let me know in the comments below. And if you guys enjoyed videos like this, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. It's free and it supports me a lot. Make sure you guys check out the other Theorycrafting videos for the other classes. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time. Later.